welcome everyone to MSI Cooldown. We've had a pretty action-packed day, and I can't wait to break this down with Raz and Guldborg here. Guys, welcome, welcome. Now, we saw so much emotion at the end there from the Red Canids players, as you would. It's not easy to be knocked out of this tournament. All they had to do was beat RNG, which sounds a little bit silly, right? Because when your task is beating RNG, I feel like the odds is against you already.
Yeah, but already from the side of Red, I mean, this is a team that was at Worlds plans as well, with the exact same roster as well. Obviously, these are 5 guys who spend a lot of time together, who's practiced a lot together, who's made their strides together. And I am fully sure we'll get to see these guys again coming up towards the next half of an international to see what they can kind of gather after having so many shots at international tournaments. It's clear we still see light, even their losses, of how good they can be, but still having to contest a major region is still a very difficult task for a minor region. Yeah,
and even hearing from Chitan in particular about the changes that they made, how they felt a lot more confident about just like how they played the game as a team. We got to see it, right? There were actually great glimpses of it at the beginning of the tournament. And so that's just nice to see because there is growth. It sucks that the results aren't necessarily there and that they were forced into a position. This is beautiful, by the way. Ridiculous how much burst damage that came through. But yeah, it sucks that the results didn't really follow them. But next time, I think it'll be a lot better.
I mean, we got to see some of that in this game as well, didn't we? It wasn't just the beginning of the tournament.
I mean, yeah, and I think that's the good side. At least the way Red went out of the tournament was on their own terms, coming in with a Darius pick, trying to be aggressive, trying to find their own footing, trying to enable the map with a Twisted Fate. Unfortunately, once again, it's very... I know we can continue to say this. I'm tired of saying it all the time as well, right? But still, like, it's a team that just has promise and can go further as well. And I think you take them to a play-in stage next time around, maybe Worlds play-ins against some of the minor seeds, we could potentially see them at a main group, and then that would be successful.
The rivalry real, by the way, probably would have been in a tiebreaker if it hadn't been for the Istanbul Wildcats. Just that one game in particular, especially in a best of one. But yeah, you can see the emotion on their faces. Here's the thing about, you know, the Brazilian region and the players behind it. They really put their emotion on their sleeve.
Yeah.
When they're riding that moment, there are a lot of kind of content around the comms and great moments. You can feel it, you can hear it. But of course, in their losses, you can see it as well. And so you know, if the community out there definitely brings support to them, they put it all out in the field. I think that it was beautiful to see what they were doing. And you know what? Next time, I'm sure that they're going to fight even harder.
Of course, that also locks PSG Talent in from their group as well to go through to the Rumble stage, which rounds off Group B pretty nicely. But let's turn our attention to Group C, who wrapped up earlier. And I had a chat with G2's Flakked for the Ryzen post-game interview. I have Flakked now with me here. Hi, Flakked, welcome to the show. Now, I gotta say, 20-0, you guys have done it flawless through your group, and what a massive win streak you have here. How pleased are you to be able to achieve that?
I mean, honestly, I'm really happy of like having such a big win streak, but as well, I'm a bit concerned, you know. Like I don't really want to, you know, get like reality checked if we lose, or like get really depressed if we lose. So we keep it humble, we keep it, you know, we keep it chill. We are really happy, but we're still working.
Now, I want to talk about your own personal performance. I don't know if you know this, but your stats right now is absolutely ridiculous. After that game, you are currently sitting at 39 kills and only 6 deaths throughout all of group stage. Talk me through what you've made of your own performance.
I mean, with my own performance, I'm pretty happy. Of course, I think I can play way better, but I think it will just come with time, with more scrims, and we play a lot of games on stage as well. So I think it's just a matter of time till I get to play better. So yeah, I'm really happy with my own performance as well.
How's it been like to be at your first international tournament as well? What's the experience like?
I mean, at the beginning it was a bit rough because there was like some problems not related to League, and it was a bit hard the first days. But now is everything so smooth, and it's just really insane to be in another country playing with like like full international is so insane.
Now, looking ahead as well, when it comes to the next stage, you're going to be going up against even more teams from other regions as well. How do you think you guys are going to fare there? Do you feel like you have what it takes to maybe take a title here in this tournament?
I mean, for sure, we really want to win MSI. And yeah, I don't think we're like insanely confident or like, I don't think we have ego because I think our group was like kinda easy, and it was like only 2 members, so we always get to play the same teams. So like everything is just easier. Like we know their playstyle, we know their drafts, we know everything about them. But I think we can really make a really good tournament.
Do you have any concerns about the fact that the other teams that have watched you and learning about you are going to be able to come in here with their own preparation as well? And if so, how do you kind of counter that?
I mean, I don't really mind who I face off. Like, of course, I really want to beat T1 and RNG because I think they are like the strongest teams. But the same way they're like looking at my games, I'm looking at their games, you know. So we're studying everything and we're watching every single game and we're starting to discuss already for the Rumble stage. So we're really working on that.
Thank you very much, Flakked, for joining me, and we're looking forward to seeing you in the next stage.
Thank you.
Gala just against each other now. I want to see that.
Yeah?
just right now. Show it to me. Yeah.
I think it's so funny, specifically with a player like Flakked as well. Like, you look back 5 months, and people, everything that was on social media is like, why has G2 signed Flakked?
Yes.
Why have they chosen a guy that didn't even make European Masters? Why in the world are you here? And then you fast forward to now, and it's just like, wow, this guy is insane. And that's not to say he didn't develop massively. And the point isn't really either the fact that those people are wrong back then. The thing is, now you can't question it at all. He is actually incredibly good and probably one of the better rookies coming out from the AD carry position in a long time, having to step up in a situation like this. We talk a lot about our Danis. I don't think we're talking enough about Flakked yet.
Yeah, people in his scene saw it in the Spanish community. Whenever Flakked's name came up, or Quacked. Like, yeah, there's a lot of faith there, and their faith has paid off with the performance that he's had so far at this tournament.
Of course, with that win they had today, G2, 20-0. It's happened.
It's
we
crazy.
talked about it if we're going to reach this point, and we have reached this point. It's been a while since they've actually lost, and these are the things that happened. The last time G2 lost a game back in March. Of course, you will know this, Guldborg. LDLC were still the favorites to win EU Masters.
That's true. They were coming in hot as LFS cake up to the better of him. Hashtag Wrecking Crew indeed.
Of
the
course.
blue wall.
Yeah, and Raz Summit was still on C9.
Oh my
F
God,
in the
too
chat.
soon.
I think the most
That's the
important
MVP
part.
player right there.
Honestly, too soon for both that and the medic bit. You know,
I was going to say that was the most
I'm not even sure
important
Medic was
part.
still support, but Master support back then. But he did peak Masters, so that's the.
There we go.
That's definitely the takeaway.
Good times, good times.
Yeah, and that is literally how long it's been since G2 last lost the game. Do we see this win streak carrying on, though? Because obviously they got to beat Flash Wolves' record if they want to really make a mark here.
Yeah, I mean, I know that Broken Blade, when referencing it as well, has said, like, you know, he doesn't want to think about that kind of thing. Just wants to play the game. But at the end of the day, that's not going to happen. Like T1 and RNG, like...
Yeah, he brought it up as well, right? Like, oh, I don't want to think about it. You brought it up.
Yeah, he brought it up. I was like, wait, who told you about this? Like, did you just research this up? It's like, but, you know, I don't have to think about it.
Yeah, I'm not really thinking about it. Whatever.
But yeah, to hit your point, I don't think it's going to happen simply because there are tough teams in the next round robin. But it is going to be fun to see. Like, this is what we're all here to see, the Pool 1 teams go up against each other.
Well, there's only one group left, and that is going to be Group A. Let's take a look at what is going to be happening tomorrow as well, the schedule, so you guys know what is coming up. This group, arguably, actually the one that we could see a tiebreaker in.
Yeah, 100%. And I think the matches we're looking at for sure are Saigon Buffaloes versus Detonation Focus. The last time they played around as well, like, I thought they were incredibly interesting in terms of how fast-paced the games were, how close they were, at least in the early game until Saigon took over. But I think for me, Saigon is such a fun team to watch, and I've really missed the aggression you see from the VCS team. And then you take into context, this is not even the best team from the VCS region. This is the second best team.
That's the craziest thing, too. If there's not a larger proof of just how strong the VCS is as a region, that they can come in with their second-seeded team and still put up a strong performance and have a real threat to make it out of the groups. And so, like, it's so fun to see. I know you're mentioning those two teams going up against each other, but specifically the fact that Saigon Buffalo in game 1 of this tournament really pressured T1.
They flashed in level 1 to get the solo kill on the 2v2 lane.
Yes.
Like, they're kind and that's the kind of excitement and the kind of playstyle you want to see from a team who's going up against giants, right? You don't want to come in scared. You want to come in guns blazing and take what's yours.
I don't think many people would have expected them to be the team that would be in a place for a tiebreaker out of all of the teams across all groups, but I'm really excited to see it. But more importantly, you guys will know what you've been up to all day. We have something to round everything off with.
Yep.
We held a competition
Absurd.
in the beginning of the top of the show. Dracos so kindly led you through. And obviously, you, Raz, had to sub in for Jat here. So I feel like he kind of screwed you over a little bit with his picks.
The person that screwed me over the most was Mark. Not only did he give him the down under pun, he also gave him the mystery word. So I'm going to have a word with Mark after today.
I mean, nevertheless, Guldborg here is leading you 4-3. You, however, had a great chance to actually find the hidden item earlier. You were so close, but unfortunately...
I saw him on camera. I saw him on camera holding the damn blade, the dagger.
Well, you're not going to believe where he relocated the item.
Have you heard of the Danish like kind of fairy tale, like the sleeping princess on like a pea, green pea?
No, I've never heard of it.
Okay, well.
This is what I saw, by the way. I saw him go into the production room with the worst riddle, by the way. I know you're in the back with this one, talking about it's next to something cool, and the producer was referring to himself.
I backed that.
It was just the same for
he
me.
was referring to Paros.
Well, here you go.
No way. I hate you so much right now.
Here you go.
No shot.
People might not know. Raz, it's been a long day. It's been a very long day.
Behind the table?
We did take, it's
it was
actually
there the
under
whole
you.
time.
It's actually directly under you currently right now.
I am resting.
Here is the dagger.
No!
And
this is BM. No, don't look at my face, guys.
Oh
my God.
I'd be incredibly impressed with just how fast Raz is able to fall asleep. Like, it's actually, I've never seen anything like it. You fell asleep mid-sentence.
Mid-conversation.
It is a beautiful combination of jet lag and then also having to wake up extra early for the tiebreaker days. And so let's just say I woke up at midnight today.
Well, Raz, since you failed to find the dagger, this means that it's time for your punishment, a monologue from you. And the topic is, I wonder who came up with this one. Why are EU, specifically Danish players and analysts, so incredible?
I can't believe this.
Take it
I'm just
away.
going to make it the best I can. Hello, people out world. People out there in the world. At the end of the day, oh, I have to walk? I have to be walking? What am I doing? Look, in the end, I will tell you about Danish pro players and of analysts. Yeah, and of analysts. So, in the end of the day, you've heard of names like Bjergsen, Jensen, Caps, who you just watched at this tournament, light it up. And of course, Guldborg, a Danish analyst. Because if you see those colors, red, white, not blue, that's not in the flag, just those two colors, everyone that looks at that flag that was born in the great land of the Danish. Denmark! Look, of the Danish. I'm just gonna make you mad. You guys have had incredible fingers, great brains, and then at the end of the day, an ability to hide a goddamn dagger in a place underneath me. So, for you people at home, the Danish people in this community, thank you. And that's all for us tonight. And if you missed anything, don't worry. We will start our broadcast, our rebroadcast, 15 minutes. Make sure you join us tomorrow for a final day of groups. It'll be a banger. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Oh my God, I'm so tired. Who decided to give
Go to sleep, Raz.
the tired man the monologue? I appreciate you guys. Oh my
Thank
God.
you, that was incredible. Brilliant, brilliant, simply brilliant.
Oh, thanks for watching.
Matter of fact, we creeping, now we sneaking. Enemy highs, we be seeking. Lurking the waters and bushes, oh man.